You've been told the same thing since your 20s: eat less, move more, and the weight will come off. So why, now that you're over 40, does it feel like your body didn't get the memo? You eat clean, you track your steps, you skip the sugar, maybe you even cut carbs or count macros, and still, your jeans fit tighter, your energy dips faster, and the scale seems to have a mind of its own. You start to question yourself: is this just aging? Did I let myself go? Or is my body trying to tell me something I've never been taught to listen to? Because deep down, something feels off. You're working just as hard, if not harder, but seeing fewer results. And then comes the guilt, the frustration, the inner critic that whispers, try harder, eat less, push more. But what if that voice is wrong? What if the strategy that once worked in your 20s is now working against you? Because after 40, your body is operating with a new rule book, one that no one ever handed you. Your hormones shift, your metabolism adjusts, your stress response changes. And the old eat less, move more mantra, it oversimplifies a system that's become far more nuanced. This isn't about willpower, it's about biology. And today, we're going to pull back the curtain on what's really happening inside your body, why the old advice stops working, and what actually moves the needle now without punishing your body to get there. Because you deserve better than outdated advice. You deserve strategies that work with your body, not against it. And once you understand what your body is asking for, you'll stop feeling stuck and start feeling powerful. Let's start with what most wellness advice leaves out. The moment you enter your 40s, your body quietly begins a biological pivot. You're not just aging, you're shifting. Your hormone orchestra, the beautiful, complex rhythm that used to operate on autopilot, starts to play a different tune. Estrogen and progesterone no longer rise and fall like clockwork. Instead, they begin to fluctuate unpredictably. Some months, estrogen spikes high. Other months, it drops low. And as ovulation becomes less consistent, progesterone, the calming, sleep-supporting, metabolism buffering hormone, starts to fade, but that's just the beginning. Muscle mass naturally declines with age, but after 40, this accelerates. And since muscle is one of the most metabolically active tissues in the body, losing it means your resting metabolic rate slows down, even if your weight stays the same. Your thyroid may slow, impacting energy and fat-burning efficiency. Your insulin sensitivity decreases, making your body more prone to store fat, especially around the midsection. And then there's cortisol, the stress hormone. After 40, your body becomes more sensitive to stress. Elevated cortisol can interfere with sleep, drive up inflammation, increase cravings, and make weight loss feel impossible. It's not just a metabolism issue, it's a messaging issue. Because your body isn't broken, it's responding to the signals it's getting. And if those signals are, we're stressed, we're starving, we're overdoing it, your body will adapt for survival, not fat loss. So while you may be eating less and moving more, your body may be doing the exact opposite of what you intended, slowing down, holding on, shutting down fat loss in the name of self-preservation. This isn't failure, this is feedback. And once you understand these internal shifts, you stop blaming your body for resisting change and start helping it make the change it's already craving. On paper, the math is simple. Fewer calories in, more calories out equals weight loss. But your body isn't a math equation. It's a living, breathing organism wired for survival. When you eat significantly less, especially over time, your body doesn't interpret that as discipline. It interprets it as danger. And so it adapts. Your metabolic rate slows down to conserve energy. Your hunger hormones like ghrelin ramp up. Your fullness signals like leptin start to dull. And just when you think you're doing everything right, your cravings intensify, your energy crashes, and your body starts to hold on to fat like it's preparing for a famine. you may lose weight at first, but much of it could be muscle. And when muscle mass drops, your metabolism drops too, which means when you go back to eating a normal amount of food, the weight comes back, sometimes faster than before. Worse, repeated cycles of calorie restriction followed by weight regain can lead to metabolic adaptation, where your body becomes more efficient at storing fat and less responsive to fat-burning signals. It's not that you're not trying hard enough, it's that your body is trying harder to protect you. And after 40, with hormonal fluctuations in play, this protective mechanism becomes even more sensitive. So when you drastically reduce calories in an effort to get back on track, you may be sending your body into stress mode where it becomes less willing to release fat, more likely to break down muscle, and more reactive to even small indulgences. The result: a slower metabolism, greater frustration, and a sense that nothing works anymore. But the problem isn't you, it's the strategy. And the good news, there's a better one rooted in nourishment, not deprivation, one that builds trust with your body rather than triggering defense. And when you feed your body what it actually needs, you don't just lose weight, you gain resilience, energy, and a metabolism that finally feels like it's working with you again. Now let's talk about movement, because if eating less isn't the answer, it's easy to assume the next step is moving more. But here's the thing, just like eating less, over-exercising can do the exact same thing. If your go-to fix is to jump into longer runs, double up on HIIT workouts, or sweat harder 5 days a week, your intentions are strong, but your hormones might not thank you for it. Intense exercise raises cortisol, and in moderation, that's not a bad thing. But when cortisol stays elevated because of back-to-back workouts, poor sleep, or a demanding lifestyle, it stops being a fitness tool and becomes a metabolic blocker. You may find that you're exhausted after workouts instead of energized. You struggle to recover. Your sleep gets worse, your cravings increase, and most frustrating of all, you don't see the results you're working so hard for. Here's why. After 40, your body becomes more reactive to physical stress. So the more you push without balance in recovery, the more likely your body is to enter a catabolic state, where it starts breaking down muscle tissue instead of building it. And remember, muscle is the very thing you need more of to support metabolism, blood sugar, and hormonal balance. That's why the key isn't to train harder, it's to train smarter. Swap long cardio sessions for strength training that helps preserve and build lean muscle. Walk daily to reduce cortisol and improve insulin sensitivity. And prioritize recovery like it's part of the workout. Because it is. Your body over 40 still wants to move, but she needs the kind of movement that supports, not stresses. When you find that balance between challenge and restoration, you stop fighting against your body and start building a rhythm she can thrive in. So if eating less and moving more isn't the full answer anymore, what is? It starts with one radical idea: nourishment over punishment. Not just calories, but micronutrients. Not just food volume, but food quality. Your body over 40 thrives on stability, blood sugar balance, hormone harmony, stress regulation. That means meals built around protein, healthy fats, fiber, and color. It means eating regularly enough to keep cortisol and insulin in check. It means ditching the 1,200 calorie crash diets and fueling your metabolism like it's something you respect. Because when your body feels safe, it lets go of inflammation, of water retention, and yes, of fat. It also means shifting your movement mindset. Strength training twice a week isn't optional, it's essential. Walking isn't just light exercise, it's metabolic gold. And recovery, it's not a reward, it's part of the plan. Sleep becomes sacred. Stress management is strategy, not indulgence. And consistency trumps intensity every single time. You don't have to be perfect, you don't have to be extreme, but you do have to be in partnership with your body, not at war with it. So the next time you hear someone say, just eat less and move more, smile, because you know the truth. You know your biology, you know your patterns, and you're not just chasing skinny, you're building strength from the inside out. This is your new playbook, rooted in wisdom, backed by science, and powered by you. Because after 40, your body isn't giving up. She's just asking for something deeper, to be nourished, respected, and finally understood. The truth is, your body over 40 isn't broken. She's just evolved. She's more sensitive to stress, more reactive to change, and more reliant on hormonal safety than calorie math. The old rules no longer work because they weren't written for this version of you. This version of you needs nourishment, not neglect, support, not shame, strategy, not scarcity. So if you've been doing everything right and still feel stuck, it's not you, it's the outdated model. The real power comes when you stop fighting your body and start working with her. Because once you understand what your body is really asking for after 40, everything starts to shift. Not just your weight, but your energy, your clarity, your confidence. And that lasts longer than any number on the scale. This isn't the end of the story, it's the beginning of a whole new chapter, one where your strength is redefined and your body is finally heard. If this shifted your perspective even a little, tell me which part hit home. And subscribe if you're done with advice that doesn't work for your biology. Because next, we're going deeper into what your hormones are actually doing after 40 and how the way you eat can either work against them or unlock the support they've been asking for.